Attention fellow aviation enthusiasts, welcome aboard this special unboxing mission. Today we are about to embark on a journey back in time, to the era of the legendary P-47 Thunderbolt. And we have here not just any model kit, but the 1/48 scale masterpiece from Miniart. Fasten your seatbelts and let's get ready for takeoff.
Behold the box art, a true work of art, capturing the P-47 in all its glory. This isn't just a model, it's a tribute to a flying legend. Check out this stunning box art. Miniart always does a great job with their packaging, and this P-47 Thunderbolt is no exception. The artwork gives you a glimpse of a finished model, showcasing the level of detail you can expect. There are 3 marking options for this kit. One is for the 366th Fighter Squadron, 358th Fighter Group Orange Tails, 9th Air Force, in the spring of 1945 with the pilot Lieutenant Ike Davis. Number 2 is the 509th Fighter Squadron, 405th Fighter Group, 9th Air Force, Germany, May 1945. Pilot Captain Milton William Thompson. Number 3, 379th Fighter Squadron, 362nd Fighter Group, 9th Air Force, Germany, spring 1945. Pilot Colonel Joseph L. Laughlin. For this build, I'm going to use the paint scheme that's on the top of the box top. Okay, it's time to open up this little box of goodies and see what exactly is inside. Underneath all the plastic, you'll find the instruction booklet and 2 sheets of decals. These are provided by Cartograph, which is the top-line decal printer out there. Okay, let's get a knife and open up this bag and check out all these beautiful plastic parts. The topic at hand is the P-47D-30RA Thunderbolt from Miniart. The kit's packaging includes 3 distinct marking options: clear elements, a complete engine, as well as weighted and unweighted tires. This kit also comes with the option of a exposed machine gun bay. Look at these details. Through the magnifying glass of history, you can see the intricate details. Miniart hasn't just given us plastic, they've given us a piece of aviation history. For this being their very first airplane kit, you gotta hand it to them. They've done an amazing job. The P-47D-30RA Thunderbolt was distinguished from preceding bubble tops produced at the Farmingdale facility by numerous minor adjustments. 1,800 P-47D-30RAs were constructed. An additional significant external distinction was the addition of a filleted tail for enhanced stability, which was omitted when the fin-like fuselage of the Razorback Thunderbolt was substituted with the bubble top canopy. Additionally, some bubble top planes from the past were retrofitted with this tail fillet. The issue pertaining to the bubble top and its causing of unfortunate fatalities caused by the turbulence is discussed by James E. Brown in his book Tail End Charlie.
World War II fighter planes were not as fast as those today, of course, but they were high-powered propeller planes and somewhat tricky to fly. One early afternoon, I had returned from the flight line and was alone in the barracks. I heard above the field a roar that continued to build an unnaturally long time. I burst through the door, looked up at a P-47 hurtling down from the sky toward a spot just off the end of the runway a quarter-mile from me. I yelled into the roar for the pilot to pull out of the dive, just like the guy in the movie scene. But something was tragically wrong. The Thunderbolt held its course, plunging straight toward the ground. Just then, far too close to the surface to open his chute, a small figure leaped from the plane. The silver P-47 streaked straight into the ground with a roar of the engine seeming to continue after the flash of fire and burst of oily black smoke. I heard the thunder of the explosion. Then the frail, flailing body thudded into the dry, dusty Kansas ground like a sack of wheat. A fire truck and ambulance rushed forward on a futile trip. That very afternoon, I made myself practice recovering from spins to retrieve my nerve. We learned later that adding a bubble canopy to the newer model had created dangerous characteristics in high-speed dives. This problem was later corrected by placing a small fin in front of the vertical stabilizer. Soon all our ships had that fin.
The P-47D-30RA is armed with 8 M2 machine guns, or Browning 50 caliber machine guns, informally Ma-Deuce, each of which holds 425 rounds. The Thunderbolt is capable of air-to-ground maneuvers and can carry 1,135 kilograms of explosives. Additionally, the aircraft can accommodate a maximum of 10 unguided HVAR missiles. The P-47 is propelled by a water-injected Pratt & Whitney R2800-59W radial twin-row air-cooled engine that generates 2,000 horsepower. The R28000 designation denotes a radial engine with a displacement of 459 liters, or 2,800 cubic inches in total capacity. It measures 72.75 inches in length and 52.5 inches in diameter, and weighs 1,068 kilograms. Four-bladed Curtiss Electrics propellers are installed on the P-47D-30RA modification. The model is equipped with movable vertical tail, ailerons, and flaps, which constitute posable flight surfaces. Why don't we go through all these sprues again? This is sprue FA, which includes the 2 fuselage halves. And here we have sprue A, which is mostly concerned with the wings, top and bottom sections, as well as some cowling for the engine. This one actually has a closed machine gun compartment. These are a collection of various sprues, including 2 of each. These are sprues C, CA, CB, and CD. This is sprue DB, which includes cockpit detail elements, such as the instrument panel. Here we have sprue D, which contains the wheel halves, with 2 varieties of tread pattern. Here we have sprue GC, which contains all of the engine pieces. This is sprue B, which contains all the control surfaces, including ailerons, rudders, and elevators. This is sprue E, which includes the optional wing top with the open machine gun bay. And here are the propeller blades, sprue G and sprue DE, which has parts for the open machine gun bay. This kit also contains a photo-etched sheet with several engine ignition parts, and there are the seat belts. Also, there is many flap-related elements. And these are the clear sections, sprue GB, and I can see through the plastic bag. They look great. Of course, I'm not going to open the bag unless absolutely necessary in order to protect the clear plastic. Okay, let's open up this bag and take a look at the instruction manual. Regarding markings, the package will contain 3 distinct options, undoubtedly well-known Thunderbolts, but also quite vibrant color schemes that will delight. The initial selection pertains to the P-47 Thunderbolt, designated Tar Heel Hell. Among the more widely recognized Thunderbolts, we are fortunate to possess a color photograph of this particular specimen from the conflict. During World War II, Lieutenant Ike Davis of the 358th Fighter Group, 366th Fighter Squadron, 9th Air Force operated this aircraft in Europe in the spring of 1945. The second livery is for a P-47D-30RA of the 405th Fighter Group, 509th Fighter Squadron, 9th Air Force. Balls Out was flown by Captain Milton William Thompson and is a fan favorite of that group. During World War II, Milton William Thompson, 1920 to 1952, participated in 91 missions. The final colorful aircraft portrays a spring 1945 specimen of a P-47D-30RA belonging to the 362nd Fighter Group of the 9th Air Force in Germany. Captain Joseph L. Laughlin of the 362nd Fighter Group piloted the aircraft. In November 1943, they relocated to England. Initially assigned to the 9th Fighter Command, it executed its inaugural combat missions accompanied by flying bombers were operationally controlled by the 8th Fighter Command in February 1944. Until VE Day, the group operated in support of the United States Third Army under the auspices of the 14th Tactical Air Command of the 9th Air Force. Laughlin advanced from squadron commander to deputy group commander before being appointed group commander of the 362nd Fighter Group in August 1944, following the combat death of Group CO Morton D. McGoffin. He piloted every model of the P-47 until the P-47N during this time. The decals adorning the aircraft consist of 3 insignia for each individual aircraft and 1 set of national markings. To add to the level of detail in this kit, the stencils and instrument panel are also included. This kit is readily available from Miniart's distributors around the globe. This package is described in greater detail on the Miniart website.